Hey everyone, my name is Spencer Hawes from nichepursuits.com, and today I'm going to actually show you how to register a domain name and get set up on Bluehost. So you can do it a number of different ways, but I'm over here on Namecheap. I'm going to search for my domain. I'm going to search for marathonboost.com, which is what I think sounds like a cool brandable domain. So if I wanted to go and register that, I could do that on Namecheap. And as you can see, the .com is indeed available. And so what I would do is go ahead and just add this to my cart, and that'll do that there. It's a very simple purchase process. You could, of course, also buy or actually get a free domain through Bluehost.com if you were to buy your registration or your hosting there. For WhoisGuard, you get it free for the first year, so Namecheap's pretty cool. I would just include that. It is free, keeps your domain information private, so people won't see who registered that. So I'll just confirm that order and then complete the checkout process. And so you can see I can check out through PayPal, which I will do here. So as you can see, I've now completed that. My purchase summary shows that I've bought marathonboost.com. It was $10.87. And we'll come back over here to Namecheap in a second. But the next step really is to go over to Bluehost and buy your hosting account. And in fact, if you don't have a domain name yet, you can start right on Bluehost and just do it all there. That really is going to be the easier process. So here you can see the Bluehost page. You go here, it might look a little different, but when you go there, but for just a few bucks a month, you can get started. You just hit the Get Started Now button, and that will take you to where you can select the plan that you would like to purchase. So you'll see 3 different plan options here. Really, any of them are okay, but the basic plan does include a free domain name as well as the other plans. It includes one website on the basic plan. The Plus and the Prime have unlimited. So if you in the future think that you might want to create 2 or 3 or more websites, go ahead and select the Plus or the Prime and that'll work. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and just select the basic. You can always upgrade later as well. Once you get to this next Sign Up Now page, if you don't have a domain yet, go ahead and register it right there where it says new domain. If you already have a domain, like the box says here, like I do because I just purchased that on Namecheap, I will go ahead and input my domain right there. And again, as you can see, your plan, it does include a free domain if you haven't purchased it already. And if you have, I will get a domain credit in the future. Should I decide a few months down the road, hey, I want a new domain and I can get one for free. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and just put marathonboost.com and select next. And that is where I can start creating my account. And again, it's pretty basic information here. I'm going to input my first name and my last name. The rest of it's pretty self-explanatory until you get down to this package information. I want to draw your attention to that because there are a couple of things that you really don't need, like the Site Backup Pro. Notice the total is $201.96. I'm going to uncheck boxes here for things you don't need. Just by unchecking these couple of boxes, I've dropped about $60 off what you will pay today. And so that's a quick heads up. And then also, by default, they make you pay 3 years in advance. You can get away with just doing 12 months in advance. It does take the monthly price up to $5.45 per month, but honestly, it's only $1.50 more per month. And look at what your total price does. Now you're down to $65.40. So your upfront cost is significantly less just by making some of these different selections. And so if you're looking to save a little bit of money today, you can uncheck those boxes. Those really aren't needed and make those selections. So that's a good way to go. That's what I recommend. Other than that, you just input credit card information and it's pretty basic. So I will go ahead and do that, and I'm sure you can figure that out. Okay, the next step is changing your name servers if you purchase your domain on a place like Namecheap. If you purchased it through Bluehost, you don't need to worry about that. I just click the Manage Domains there within Namecheap. Then you go down to Name Servers, click Custom DNS, and believe it or not, your name server, if you're with Bluehost, will always be this, so it's easy. It's just ns1.bluehost.com and then ns2.bluehost.com. So again, this is what your name servers will be. You can just copy what that is. You click the little green check mark here to save your name server. And then really, that's about it. Your name servers are now pointing over to Bluehost. Now just come over to Bluehost to your new account that you just set up. You log in. This is what it looks like inside your new hosting account. And you're going to want to just set up that new domain. And again, if you bought your domain through Bluehost, you don't need to do this step. It's only if you went through someplace like Namecheap or elsewhere. Basically, what you're going to do is click on domains up here at the top and then assign. And that's going to assign the domain to your Bluehost account. And really all that you need to do is input your domain here, in my case, marathonboost.com. And I'll need to give it a second to verify the ownership there. Okay, so the ownership is now verified. I just had to refresh my screen there for a second. You don't have to change any of the selections. All the defaults are correct. It's just an add-on domain, and you want to create a new directory. It populates that for you already. So you just click assign this domain. It really is as easy as that, and the domain will be associated with your new Bluehost account. Now you're going to come back over, make sure you click on the hosting tab to make sure you get back to kind of the home page, and then you're going to install WordPress. And it really is simple. You just click the install WordPress icon here. You should be able to find that. Just click that and it's going to take you over where you really just follow the steps. Just click continue installation, and then you're going to, of course, input your domain, or actually select that. It's just a drop down, and you should just have one there if it's a new account. In my case, of course, I've selected marathonboost.com, and I wouldn't change anything in the directory field. Just by default, if you want it on your home page, which I highly recommend, you just go with the way it is. And then you can uncheck some of these boxes. These aren't necessarily needed, and you can always add those later if you want. So at this point, you're ready to click the next button. Okay, now we are basically on our final step here. You just input your admin information. You can call the site name whatever you want. You can always change this later, so it's not vital. And then input your email address here. And I'm just putting admin at marathonboost.com, and then input, this is important to remember, your username and your password. This is how you'll log into your WordPress site once it's completed. But you just click the next. It will take a minute, but then it will say installation successful. Click view your credentials, and that'll remind you, of course, your username and password, as well as where you can log in. And that's just going to be your domain name. So click on that link, in my case, marathonboost.com, and then I can log in. Once you've logged in, it should look something like this with the menus on the left-hand sidebar. Welcome to WordPress. This is just a fresh installation. So if you want to look at the site, there is some basic things there, but it'll just have your site name and the hello world first blog post. So it's ready to go though. Your website is up and live. It's on the internet. You can come back into your dashboard and delete the hello world default blog post, which I recommend, of course, and which you can do by going to posts and then all posts, and then just clicking the trash button to get rid of that. And then just click add new, and you can add a brand new post. This can be your first blog post to the world. Call it whatever you want, but once you hit publish, it's ready for the internet to see, and you will have started a blog. And so your website is up and ready to go. This has taken you from buying a domain, setting up hosting on Bluehost, and now having your live WordPress installation ready to go. Thanks a lot.